So, today we are on Act 2, Starlight Sonata, Interlude, the 13th of the Astral Moon. And I'm super curious what today has in store for us. Who's going to stop by the tavern? It looks dark. Oh, there are 2 new people today. What cuties. Phew, I knew we took the right path. Who said we can't road trip all by ourselves? Liam did, I think. I think that was perhaps a rhetorical question? Whoa, dude, didn't see you there. What's up? Okay, this is definitely a werewolf, right? Like, this is definitely a werewolf and maybe a ghost? She's giving ghost. What's up? The sky, last time I checked. Oh, we're being a smartass today, okay. It better be. It'd be very confusing otherwise. Very true. Is this your crib? It is indeed. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Inn. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Polly Geist and the goodest of boys, Scott Howell. Oh my god, I love them. And together, we are the Prank Masters. With a Z. Woo! They are cute. Pleasure to meet you. I'm your humble innkeeper. Awesome. What drinks do you serve? Oof, yeah. We're in desperate need of some booze. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't serve booze. We don't serve booze? What? Why? The age rating system is quite harsh on such things. Oh, okay, gotcha. And I've got to keep this place open somehow. I feel you. We've all got some burdens to carry. What else have you got? Magical beverages that can enhance your abilities. It's even rumored they might influence your fate. No pressure, though. Whoa, that's cool, dude. Like an influencer, but for fate. A fate-fluencer. Nicely censored, right? They got around that pretty good. That was pretty slick. That would go so hard on Mummitgram. It goes pretty hard here as well. I would like to think that I'm a hip innkeeper and I know what Mummitgram is. Bet. Oh, I love them. Innkeep, please influence our fate before I get bored. I'm feeling incredibly depleted from this weird fuck trip. Sounds like you're in dire need of some stamina. Though, I think you could use something a bit stronger than usual. Dope! Give me your strongest potion. I love them. Oh my god. Technically, never mind. Okay, so what are we gonna be making today? Hi, Indu. What a good boy. Oh, sparkle eyes. Okay, so our order is triple strength. What do we got that's triple strength? We could do Sailor's Courage. The Sailor's Courage gives even the driest landlubber the qualities of a good sailor. A lot of strength, a dash of defense, a shot of charisma, and the inability to know fear. A perfect all-rounder. Well, almost. Who needs common sense anyway? Spinach not included. So let's do this one. We're gonna do 3 strength. Oh, or drink. Words. 3 shots of strength. A shot of charisma? We actually might need a pepper in this one. Andrew, drink this. I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Let's put some peppers in here. There, okay, that should help. Then we only need 2 shots of strength. A shot of charisma. And... no, we're not making a Southern Brawler, Andrew. There you go, Sailor's Courage. You're still half asleep. Inkeepif. I'm honestly tired too, though. I should have gotten more coffee, but we're trying to stay, like, actually hydrated today since I've been sick, so I got water. Like a good noodle. A funky drink for a funky gal. Let's see. Whoa, this is good. Very good. So good, I don't even miss the booze. Oh, that's good. Well, maybe a little bit. I'll take that as a compliment. Try this, Scott. Woo, that tickles. Just like pickle juice. Oh, what? The tentacle. I know he's over there causing shenanigans in the corner. So, Scott Howell, would you like a drink as well? Nah. But you could tell us where we are and what cool things we can check out around here. You are in Zenith, the Republic of Fasoa. Are you lost? Nope. At least not as long as we're having a blast. You do seem slightly out of this world, though. Ooh! Maybe you're onto something, potion seller. I'm not... You know, we were road tripping, supposed to be the trip of our lives, when something weird happened. We were about to take the next turn at Crossroads, and then whoosh! A portal opened up, and I couldn't hit the brakes in time. Yeah, we drove straight through and ended up on a gravel road. Everything seemed different and dated. So dated. Dated? Duh. I've seen and done plenty of weird stuff, but this is a different kind of weird. So weird. No cars, only carriages and stuff. Cars? Oh man, they really are not from around here. Yes! Do you mean carts? Kinda. More like carriages, but without the horsies. He said horsies. I'm afraid I've got no clue what you're talking about. I don't think cars exist here, Scott. Now it makes sense that my phone has no signal either. What makes sense? We landed in the past. Whoa, does that mean we time traveled? Yeah. That's so cool. Oh, look, his tail's wagging. He's the happiest boy. I doubt time travel is possible. I don't know, we've seen some weird things here, though. Like, why are we doubting time travel? It sounds more like you participated in inter-universal travel, which is rare, but happens occasionally. Why am I an expert in this? Wait. So what you're saying is we are super special and lucky to have participated in such an event? Likely. Dope! This is a sign, Scott. The universe sent us here to wreak havoc. Oh, girl, don't. Oh, woo! The prank masters will strike again. Soon, after a nap. Real talk. Can we take a nap, Polly? Good idea. Hey, funky magic mystery pal, you better get to writing that tour guide. I'll see what I can do. Good. Do you have a room for us? Of course. I've got a room upstairs. Just ignore the scratching sounds and leaking water by the iron door. Don't worry, we've seen worse than that. We've got plenty of experience with sea monsters. Always hyped to meet more. See you in a bit, Innkeep. Come on, Scott, let's hit the sheets. Oh, they're a treat. I'm looking forward to seeing how they interact with some of the other patrons. Alright, maybe I should add some do not enter signs. Okay, that was kind of odd because we started at night and now it's the next morning. Baya's here. Hello. Glad to see you, Baya. Thank you for having me. Now that... Is your friend's dispute still ailing you? Oh yeah, we gotta find out what happened to the, what was it, a banshee and a siren that were in a relationship? Gotta find out what's going on there. Still so lonely. Lonely. Ed, welcome. Thanks for the bonk. How are you today? Some couple drama things, yeah. Ed, you totally missed the ghost and the werewolf. I came to ask, have you sent someone to help my friends? I did, actually. You did. I did. Yes, I sent Fable and Ara to solve the dispute. All debunks. It's been a good week. I'm so glad it's been a good week. That's awesome. I've been sick for like 2 weeks, so I've been like not in the Discord at all checking things out, and I really should be. I feel like it would make me feel better. What kind of good stuff you got going on this week? Ooh. Oh, that made Baya happy. Then let's hope they'll be friends again soon. So we can have tea parties again. Oh, she just wants her tea parties. And I can stop being lonely. Urgh. At least people are visiting my spa. That's good. Thank you for handing out my coupons. People love coupons. You got a truck for your birthday? That's fucking dope. Did you post any pictures of it yet in the Discord? That's awesome. That's like a great birthday present. Did I hear spa? Polly's back. Yes. Doesn't that sound like something, Scott? Woo! I love spa. Things. Now, are you our tour guide, sweet bog creature? Tour guide? Do you want to visit my spa? Not yet. You named your truck Calcifer? That's a good name. Is it orange? Why'd you name it Calcifer? These two are Polygeist and Scott Howell. They're currently looking for entertainment and a way back home, but entertainment first, obviously. It's getting incredibly boring here. No offense, funky magic mystery pal. None taken. Where is your home? In a portal or something. Scott's fun. Not yet, because it's a Chevy Colorado. Okay, that's cool. I could see the association there. I get it. I see where you're going. Yeah, we came through a portal, which in itself is pretty rad. But we've had the medieval tavern experience and all. It was good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Scott gives me vibes. So you give werewolf paladin vibes over here. Scott's not a paladin, but you know. Move on to my spa. Something like that. Which makes me think, Baya, do you think you could help them find a way back home? Of course. You can do that. But first, you have to visit my spa. That sounds like a good deal. They get a spa day and then they get to go home. Nothing easier than that. I'm in need of a facial anyways. The air here is so dry. My bog water is especially moisturizing. Wait. Does that mean we get to go skinny dipping in some hot springs? Oh, yes, absolutely. My hot springs are the best. Cool. So a pit stop at your spa and then a road trip back home? You joining us for the ride, sweet bog creature? Please say yes. Sweet bog creature. Oh. I want a spa day. I need one so bad. You and me both, Ed. I could totally go for a spa day. I just really want a big jacuzzi bath so bad. We'll see. I'll first show you the portal and my spa. If you bring them to the portal, you could take a ride with them through it. Might help you with your loneliness. I don't know if Baya would do well going to another dimension. You think so? Yes. No, that's bad advice, Innkeeper. No one's lonely on a ride with the prank masters. I'll think about it. Which portal do you want to take? The one through Avalon, full of dreams and forests? Or the one through the Twilight Chasm, a place full of dread and weird fishies? I can't talk. Especially one with our tech age. Yeah, I really don't think Baya would do good with cell phones and cars and stuff. Leave her here. Ew, the Twilight Chasm sounds spooky. I love spooky. I love dreams. They're so weird. Like that one dream I had where I was my own dad. Where should I lead them, Innkeeper? I don't want to pick where they're going. They both want to go somewhere different. Where do you guys think they should go? They could take a trip through the Nightmare Realm. Sure, sounds fun. Or the portal to Avalon is just around the corner, which is the dream portal where they're probably maybe safer, potentially? Maybe? Spook 'em? A trip through the Nightmare Realm? I want to see what, if we got any information on these guys. I don't think they got added to our journal. That's strange. Halloween? You're right, September is the start of Halloween, so... Alright, a trip through the Nightmare Realm it is. Whichever leads home. In theory, they both lead home. Nightmares? Heck yeah! Haven't had one of those in a while. Oh, he's excited. Sounds dope. Make sure you don't lose your minds, though. No promises! Can't wait to show you my mud masks. Oh, she's so happy. Can't wait to show you the world, sweet bog creature. My name is Baya, and she made a little cute emoji face. Then let's hit the road, Baya. Enjoy your trip and safe travels. Goodbye, potion seller and innkeeper. See ya. Ah, Goodbye. Oh, she's so happy. I hope she comes back so we can tell her what happens with the Siren and Banshee. I'm glad Baya could find a little comfort in those peculiar visitors, at least. I'm excited to hear the story she'll tell when she gets back. If she gets back, what if the portal closes? Wow, that was a fast day. Crazy. I don't think we've had a day that fast since, like, the first stream we did. So we feed Andu, clean up the tavern, and shut down for the night. And we are already on to the next day. And it's raining. Act 2, Starlight Sonata. 13? I think that's 13. Come Hell or High Water, the 17th of the astral moon. That was a whole day. Yeah, that was crazy. I feel like we've had days that lasted like 45 minutes. I think our last stream was really long. Grace is back. Good evening, innkeeper. Good evening, Grace. Could I ask you for a drink? Anytime. What can I do for you? I'm pretty spent. Do you have something that will keep my mind awake for a little longer? I should have something that can do just that. One moment. Is she gonna want the purple sparkly drink that I like to make? Let's see, she wants 3 intellect. This is pretty heavy on the intellect. The Silent Owl. With the Silent Owl, you make the night your own. Its accentuated taste and hand-selected spices allow you to become the silhouette lurking in the shadows. A quick sip of this drink will grant you the sight, strength, and subtlety of a natural predator. So maybe we'll do the Silent Owl, but do we have anything else with 3 points of intellect? Oh, the Sparkling Nebula. That's the one I like to make, though. You like the Pretty Owl? Okay, let's do the Pretty Owl. I think that one might need an infusion, though. Let's see. We could do... I don't remember what this infusion is, but we can stick that in there. Because that automatically gives us, like, 2 points of intellect. Alright, so we'll add a little bit more intellect in there. We will add a little bit of this. That's what? Agility? Yeah. And then some charisma. Get in there. Silent Owl. Cool. That is a really, really pretty drink. A drink for the mind and soul. Enjoy. Actually, I would love to own some wine glasses that look like that. Thank you. This is just what I needed. Why are you still so tired? I thought you were done with your thesis. I am, which also means I need to figure out what to do next. Ugh, the struggle. Something you drink out of? It is something I would drink out of. One of my favorite glasses was from the Great Lakes Medieval Fair, and it was a black wine glass, and it had like a pentagram carved in it or etched in it, and I should have bought a full set, but I only bought one, and then I think they stopped making them because black glass was like kind of hard to get a hold of, and I'm really bummed that I didn't buy like an entire set because they were so pretty, and I haven't seen any here at this medieval fair. The possibilities are endless, but not boundless, so considerations are a complicated endeavor. Have you considered a break? I have. Say, innkeeper, if you had forever, what would you do with it? I've never thought about that before. I have. I like being an innkeeper, so I could just keep doing this forever. It's relaxing and safe, and I get to meet the most wonderful people and wizards all day. Are wizards not people? Forever's a really long time. Isn't there anything else you would like to do? Honestly, either one of these would be great. I'd love to go on a road trip, or I've always wanted to learn how to play the harp. Let's go with the harp. I want to learn to play the harp. Oh, why haven't you? No time, no muse, no talent. At least we're honest. Or maybe I'm just waiting for the right moment. When will that moment come? I'm not sure. I just don't feel like the harp belongs to me right now. Let me know when it does. I'd love a concert. Will do. What would you do with immortality? I would learn everything there is to learn, every language, instrument, skill, and facet of mortal existence. See, she knows what's up. Like, that's what I would want to do. I would want to never stop learning new things. I would travel to the plains with my brother and learn even more, have an infinite amount of tea parties. I'd come to those. When we were little, Hex would always make all the stuffed animals dance around our little tea table. We didn't have money for music boxes, so he just made up songs for them to dance to. He sang them to me. If I had the time, I would love to write down all those songs and invent dances for them. You should make time for that. It's your time, after all. And besides, while you don't have forever, you do have quite a lot. An elven lifespan is nothing to scoff at, even if you only get half. Okay, so they're half-elves. Got it. Not if you get the human side of the lifespan. Oh, that's less time. It is, but I'll make the most of it. What will you do next, then? I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about going to Ashfadal, the capital of the Magocracy. Got it. Capital of the Magocracy? I heard the libraries there are 60 stories tall, and rivers float through the sky in an exuberant display of mana. Sounds like paradise for someone like you. Yes, but Hex really wants to stay here. He likes Fasoa, Zenith, the Ashen Grove. I think he likes how quiet it is, if you would believe it. I don't think he'd like the bustle of it all. You could just go without him. There's a Magocracian embassy in Zoford? Magocracian? This is a made-up word. I'm not gonna sweat it if I say it wrong. Their teleportation is expensive, but reliable. I don't think he wants to go back to Zoford either, and I won't make him. He could teleport himself then. He really shouldn't. It's quite a long distance, and he's always been awful at teleportation. He could take a ship? I appreciate the effort, but I don't think a ship would help make the distance acceptable to him. He's always going to follow me, no matter where I go. I think he doesn't want to miss out on any adventures or celebrations or funerals. Dark. You can just tell him you want to go alone. But then he'd be alone too. Just talk to him, Grace. I don't want to spend our time together fighting. I just don't want him to spend it mourning me either. Sad. You should tell him that. He'll have enough time to mourn you when you're gone. Unlike life, that never ends. I suppose you're right. I'd like to leave something he can remember me by. Maybe I'll build my own wizard tower. Please do. I love those. Did you hear about the one in Morlia, near Dalwell? The one with the infamous Magocracian fugitive? The very same. It seems that its wizard has never disappeared. I can talk today, I swear. The very same. It seems that its wizard has disappeared without a trace, leaving his tower vacant. I've always wanted to stop by for tea, but I don't want to be rude and intrusive, so I haven't. I wonder what he left behind. I'm sure it's a collection of fascinations and impossibilities. Couldn't you just teleport in to check? You can't exactly teleport in and out of well-protected places all willy-nilly. You might end up trapped or on a whole other plane. Oh, that's not ideal. You might. Maybe that's what happened to the wizard. Maybe. No one seems to know what happened to him, or who he even was, and no one seems interested in finding out either. Isn't that sad? A little. I don't want to disappear like that. You won't. I'll tell your story for as long as I'm around. How long is that? For as long as this world will bear me. You are very easy to bear. Thank you, Grace. Would you like to stay a little while? Please. I find your inn truly inspiring. I still am obsessed with the little dragon up on the shelf, blowing bubbles. I love him so much. I'll be here if you need a rubber duck. I'm counting on it. Hey, Fable's back! And we also got a new achievement called a lullaby with absolutely no details on why we got it. Fable said, "Hiya, innkeeper!" Hiya, you two. A drink, please. Or two, actually. I still ship them. I ship them so hard. Sure thing. Actually, what name are we on right now? That's a great question. Well, Ara is still fine. Come on, that was a whole week ago. I was busy. Want to come up with a new one now then? Can I come up with one? Sure. This poor Poor fella. He's not had a consistent name the entire game. How about Kumo? I feel like you look like a Kumo. It fits. He is just as stealthy as a spider. And just as cute. Oh my god! I ship it so hard! I'll take your word for it. He was blushing. Our drinks, can we get them now? Of course. What would you like? Something sweet. Bubbly, maybe. Oh my god, he looks so nervous. He never asks for a sweet, bubbly drink. Oh my gosh. If you can find me something like that. Oh my gosh, what's going on with these two? You know. Sure, I'll see if I can find the words you're looking for. So does he want like a sweet, bubbly charisma drink? Are you loading? No, it's so sweet. I ship it so hard. His brain is busted. Which one do we want to make? So he wants 3 charisma. We could make 1,000 winds. Swept up in 1,000 winds, you become as charming and elusive as their elemental messengers. Somehow that feels exactly like resting on a tropical island. Enjoying a refreshing drink and pleasant company, its airy swirls are perfect for avoiding unwanted questions. So let's try this one. Do we have any infusions that are gonna help us with that? Let's see. We could try this one. And we'll do some charisma. 1, 2. And we'll do some defense. 1, 2. Is that correct? 1,000 wins. Let's go. It kind of looks like Fable. Liquid charisma for those in need. Maybe you should try it then. Kumo, are you okay? Do you want to send it back? No, it's good. Glad to hear that. Fable, what can I get you? Maybe something that will make me feel like I could lift 1,000 clouds. Like I've got the strength of a dragon. Or something like that. Carolyn always says it's pretty tasty. I see. Carolyn special then. What do we usually make Carolyn? Is that a southern brawler? Let's see. So we want 3 points of strength. I feel like we usually... Yeah, I think we make a southern brawler for Kaylin. Yes. Okay, I'm glad you remember. I have the brain of a goldfish, unfortunately. 2, 3. Take this. Oh, I totally put the wrong thing in there. Here, drink this. Drink all of it. I fucked up. I want this one. I grabbed the other one. 1, 2, 3. One of that. And one of that. Beauteous. Because it matches her fit. That's true. This game is definitely on my list of curiosity. You should totally get it. It's so cute. It's really cute. And it's definitely got some like replay value to it. Also, thanks for stopping by. I totally just went on a rant. But yeah, it's got some replay value to it because you can make different drinks for people that like change their fate. And so, you know, there's different paths you can go down and like different little goodies you can get that they bring back and you can hang in your tavern. Like this little cross stitch up here, and we've got these little thingies hanging in the window. So depending on like your choices you make. You adore my face. It reminds you of Coffee Talk. It is kind of like Coffee Talk. That's what everybody says. Which I haven't checked out Coffee Talk yet. So that's definitely on my list for sure. And yeah, but thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right. A regular's favorite for another regular. Yeah, this is definitely Carolyn's go-to. Thank you. It's delicious, as usual. That's what I like to hear. Oh, they did change their hair, didn't they? We can ask, I like the new hair, by the way, or by the way, what's up with your hair? I like it. The braid looks nice. Oh, you do? Thank you. It looks really nice, right? Kumo braided it for me. Oh my god. Breathe and have a drink, sis. I cannot breathe or have a drink. Okay, there. Breathed and had a drink. He helped me calm down after we encountered the Mary Morgan. But I should probably start at the beginning, right? I'd appreciate that. I don't know if you remember, but Fable had ran into the Mary Morgan before and was quite scared of the Mary Morgan. Alright, so, what happened at the beginning? The ship to Boreas. Right! I was a bit worried about the journey we were embarking on. After all, the seas around Boreas are famously hard to traverse, with all the wild magic around it and all. But just before we left Zenith, we ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match against Iniko. We took the opportunity to ask her for advice. Thought maybe she had traveled there before. You could have also asked me. She was closer. Right. Did she have any good advice? It did try to drown her, that is correct. She did. With her help, we were able to avoid all the dangerous maelstroms, sea stacks, and iceberg elementals. That must have made for a very relaxing journey. It did! It was very inspiring, too. We were able to see the dancing, colorful auroras in the night sky as we drew closer. They were starless, but still breathtakingly gorgeous. I even started on a new song. It wasn't ready to be shared yet, though. I just wanted a sneak peek. Well, you should have snuck better. Kumo, what the hell? You're supposed to be like the sneakiest. A new song? Can I hear it? It's not done yet. Thanks to Una, we made it to Boreas a lot faster than we had planned. We also docked far away from the typical explorer's route. It was completely abandoned by everything but nature, as if no one but us had been there before. Kind of exciting. Very adventurous for sure. Fable's come such a long way from being like so nervous about everything to just being like so adventurous. I love it so much. As we headed inland, we were quickly swallowed by the fog that engulfs almost the entire island. It moved in strange patterns, creating unidentifiable forms within the mist that hungered for life. The thickest rustled as we walked by, whether moved by wind or creatures we couldn't tell. The trees were shaped strangely, with shimmering portals forming in their empty husks. Our own quiet breaths were often interrupted by shrill shrieking sounds that seemed to come from the right above us. It was almost idyllic. Or scary. It was mostly scary. I wouldn't have minded strolling around until we ran into something roaming the island, but it was a little cold, so I found a local to ask for directions. While wandering around, we came across a clearing surrounded by tall trees. Or rather, one tree. All of them were connected, intertwined with one another. Through one of their twisted connections, a waterfall with no discernible origin was flowing into a small pond. And in its midst rested a nymph! A real nymph! Bathing? She was weaving flower crowns for the fish. Can fish wear flower crowns? She was beautiful, with long black hair and skin that glistened in the sunlight being reflected off the waterfall. Her eyes were like sparkling gemstones, and her smile was full of kindness. She was alright, but also the only person around. So Fable asked her for directions? No, Fable asked her about everything but directions. I asked her for directions. She was very helpful. She even gave us a gift. A gift? That's sweet. She gave us earplugs against the Banshee's song, so our bones wouldn't shatter. Very helpful. I don't like my bones shattering, that's for certain. Did you offer to write her a jingle in return? I did! She said if we were to survive the encounter with the Banshee, I could come back and she'd think of what she'd need a jingle for. She was thinking about setting up a dragonfly exhibition, so maybe for that. That's cute. Who would she even advertise to? Frogs? And toads! The Banshee was our first priority, so we stealthily made our way to the Lonesome Lagoon with earplugs in our ears. We mostly walked and talked about our favorite dragonflies. As we finally approached the Lonesome Lagoon, the thick mist enveloped us. It suddenly became so cold we could see our own ragged breaths. And then we heard it, a song filled with all the sorrow of the world compressed into a single note. It sounded really nice. There was so much emotion in that song. Sadness, longing, yearning, anger. We wanted to be polite and wait until she was done singing, but she just kept going, like tears that wouldn't stop. So I decided to be a little rude, stepped forward, and said hello. They said, "Hello, Banshee, I really like your song." That confused the Banshee so much that she stopped. She smiled, bearing a row of deadly sharp teeth. She was very nice, actually. She asked if we wanted to steal from her lagoon. When we said no, she invited us to sing along. Did you? Of course! It was kind of fun. Kumo had fun? What? Who are you? It was! And I thought what better time to bring up the Mary Morgan but now. So I led with, "I bet you do this with your girlfriend all the time, right?" She suddenly looked at me with hatred and anger and then just started screaming. That emote was perfectly timed. I was very thankful for the earplugs at that moment. I think without them my bones might have melted. That was our cue to leave, so I pulled Fable back into the thicket of the Borean forest. Obviously we couldn't just leave it at that failure, so we looked around for a peace offering. We found some spiky pink fruits with a pattern of little ghost tortoises on them. We thought she might like them. She liked them enough to stop screaming at us, and we sat down at the side of the lagoon to talk. It's beautiful, by the way. Right in the middle is a giant portal to the Twilight Chasm. It colors the water this deep, dark blue with swirling clouds of darkness within. Is that where we sent Polygeist and the Wolfersnoot? I wonder if they'll meet the Banshee. There were bones floating in the lagoon, too. I can see no way that could be a problem, you know. I'm sure it's fine. I almost brought one of them for your tavern. Aw, Fable, I wish you would have brought us a bone. Why didn't you? I thought you wouldn't like it. I love bones. I'll keep that in mind for the future. The Banshee actually fished out some bones to fidget with. It stopped her from screaming every time she brought up the Mary Morgan. Or Marmor, as she calls her. Marmor. Turns out the Mary Morgan had been ignoring all of her calls. Ever since the Banshee was crowned Gaia's scariest monster by Screech magazine. That's fun. She told us it carved a hole in their relationship, that it caused a lot of jealousy. And she was disappointed the Mary Morgan cared more about some stupid popularity contest than her. We asked her if she wanted to talk about it with the Mary Morgan herself, but she said that she didn't need to apologize for being scary. She was very thankful she got to talk about it, though. She was holding it all in because she didn't want to burden Baya with all of the drama. She even offered for us to spend the night at her nearby cave, which was really nice of her. Did you end up taking a nap at her lair? We thought about it, but it was filled to the brim with the riches of the dead, which was far too alluring to allow us to fall into the call of sleep. You found loot? You have my attention. What did you find? Gold, bones, skulls, jewels of all sizes. And a lute! It was broken, but I picked it up anyway. There was also a delicate silver mirror that had hearts carved all over it. Kumo recognized it as magical from its arcane markings. Melina showed them in some book the other day, when the wizards in Zoford show us around his library. It was a mirror of far speech. It lets you speak to anyone on this plane, given that you've seen them before. Oh, that's dope. It's like their own cell phone. So you called Melly? No. We called the Mary Morgan. Even better. Ah, that makes more sense. How did it go? Well, I had to be the one to make the call since Kumo had never met her. When her face appeared, all I could do was stare in horror as she gazed back at me. I felt like I was back in the Ashen Grove, leading adventurers to their doom, and I just froze. So I took the mirror out of their hands. Her first words were threats of what she would do to us if we had dared to harm the Banshee. Of course we hadn't. That briefly calmed her down. Until I asked her why she wasn't here, if she was so worried about the Banshee's well-being. Damn, Kumo! Avoiding the question, she instead talked to us about the state of the lagoon. She complained that it must be incredibly loud with all the tourists and whatnot. I assured her there were no tourists, at least none that were alive. So, she asked what I was doing in the lair then. Honestly, I replied that the Banshee had offered us a place to stay in her cave. I quickly realized that I had picked the wrong thing to say. Her eyes started bleeding black ichor and she began cursing us out in tongues. Then, The mirror cracked under her gaze and started bleeding black water. It was terrifying. And then we were just supposed to sleep there as if she couldn't crawl out of the mirror any second. After that happened, I thought that we shouldn't discuss our further plans in the cave. So I pulled Fable outside and we went for a walk. The nymph had mentioned this enchanted flower field where she collects flowers for the fish. So we went there. Thought it might be a good spot. It was a good spot. Even though I couldn't stop shaking for a while, though the flowers really helped. As did not being alone. Was that when Kumo braided your hair? It was, yes. My hair kept falling in my face and it was overwhelming me. So he sat me down and braided it away while I worked on rebuilding the lute. He said that some distraction would help. Talking also really helped. Even if I asked a lot of stupid questions. They weren't stupid, just curious. Did you have a favorite one? They asked where I learned to braid hair. That actually brought us further on our quest. How so? Well, I learned it from my mother. It's the one thing I feel I have left of her. It was her way of apologizing. She was never very good with words. It made me think. Sometimes people aren't very direct with what they mean. I have heard of that, yes. Like the Mary Morgan. She didn't seem angry about the banshee outdoing her in some fear pageant. She didn't even mention it once. She only got upset when she thought we had hurt the banshee. Or when she thought we were tourists. Or when we said we were staying in that cave. Like she was jealous of something entirely different from the issue of Screech magazine. We talked it through and decided we had to get the two of them to talk face to face. Obviously it would be difficult because of the distance, but I had taken the mirror with me when we left. Thought it might be useful. Ever the thief. Indeed. I used it to call Baya. I asked her to tell the Mary Morgan to come to Boreas. Fable mentioned she can teleport via plants. However that works. She can. You should try it out. It's nauseating. I think we'll pass. While I went to talk to the banshee, Kumo picked up the Mary Morgan. She and I really connected on eyeliner techniques. Oh, I bet you two did. When we arrived at the lagoon, they were immediately ready to claw at each other's throats. And not in a fun way. But somehow we managed to convince them to sit down. We tried to get them to talk about their feelings, but they just kept talking past and over and away from each other, arguing about an issue that didn't exist. So I had this crazy idea. I took out my new lute and asked them if they wanted to write a song together. They declined and insisted their voices would clash, but I thought at the very least it'd stop them from arguing. Kumo helped me convince them by summoning tiny rain clouds, pitter-pattering in a gentle melodic rhythm, to inspire them to give it a try. We asked them to put all their emotions about the whole situation into a song. In the end, they harmonized together perfectly, like their voices were made for each other in the gentle hum of my lute. It was beautiful. And a little bone-shattering, but very romantic. Most importantly, the song finally got them to understand each other. Like Kumo had suspected, the Mary Morgan was scared, not jealous, now that the banshee was so popular. She feared the banshee would become really busy with tourists visiting all the time. She assumed she wouldn't have time for her anymore. But the banshee assured her she doesn't care about any of the tourists. Only about the Mary Morgan. And Baya, of course. We told them to talk to her too. And mention how much she had been missing them. They agreed to meet for a tea party in the Ashen Grove, so Baya doesn't have to travel too far. Did you invite them to your barbecue? No. After the outpouring of emotions, they wanted some time for themselves. The quest was done. It had only taken us 2 days, which was really efficient. Unfortunately, we had told the ship to pick us up in 3 days, so we were trapped on the island. So you swam back? What? No. What's wrong with you? Damn, Kumo, calm down. The usual. We started brainstorming about what we could do while we waited. So I asked about the cheesecake recipe. But then I realized there wasn't anywhere to bake it. They don't have any taverns on Boreas. It was a stupid idea. It wasn't. Somewhere on the island had to be something to bake a cheesecake in. Did you find that something? We did, but it turned into its own small quest. First, we had to find the right place for our little adventure. We met these lovely gnomes living in their little mushroom houses, and they offered to let us use their ovens. But they were too small, so they introduced us to the local Toad Hill giant. Its kitchen was enormous, but it was easier to work in than one that was too small. Then the gnomes, the nymph, and the giant helped us gather ingredients from all across the island. So we were able to make enough cheesecake for everybody. That sounds like such a fun quest. I burned mine a bit, but when we made the second batch for the ship's crew, they were already starting to turn out better. Kumo is a really good teacher, and you're a really good student. He's blushing again. Thank you. The cake really lifted the crew's spirits on the journey back. We agreed to teach them the recipe once we hit land. Afterwards, they invited us to the captain's birthday party. They even introduced us to a traveling obelisk who sang us a song of the ancients. Odd. It showed us a shortcut through the Rioliths mountain range where we met some flaming songbirds. And now you're here? And now we're here. Glad the two of you didn't run off into the sunset together. I think it would be fine if they ran off into the sunset together. I think they're a cute couple. But yeah, I'm glad you made it back. Of course we did. I promised a good story. And you delivered tenfold. That was actually quite the adventure. They experienced a lot of stuff. Where are you two going next? I should probably talk to Melina. She was pretty mad when I left. I guess I should apologize while I still can. Oh, he's sad now. Good idea. Do you want me to come with you? No, I think I need to do this alone. Or rather, with her. And I have to check in on Rufus, too. Maybe Hex taught her some fun magic tricks in the meantime. You left her with Hex? And with Grace? Who has just been quietly, patiently sitting here this entire story. Don't worry, nothing was set on fire. I should go. But before I go, do you maybe want to do something together later today? Or tomorrow? Like a thing? Oh, like hanging out together? We could play trades with the werewolves. Oh, I think he meant hanging out as in a date. Did you? Maybe I did. Oh! Oh, the anticipation's killing me. Ah! Okay, that sounds really fun. Oh my goodness. Ah. Cool. I'll pick you up, or I'll see you around, or whatever. I'll see you. I'm looking forward to it. I shipped it so hard and I love it. Me too. Oh my goodness. I love this. I love it so much. He asked me on a date. He did. That's... Oh. What? What do I do now? Do you think Archie has books on dating? Or should I ask Hydra for advice? He probably knows about dating, right? Archie is still on his quest. Also, I'm right here. You're right. What should I do? Just go. See where it takes you. Or where he takes you. Hopefully somewhere nice. I do feel safe with him, so maybe I should try trusting this more. Mostly, I think you should just be honest with him. He seems to like you for who you are, so there's no need to hide. That's the scary thing. Why does he feel that way? Because you are very lovely? People keep saying that, but sometimes I feel a lot lovelier hiding, you know? To me, it sounded like perhaps a bit too late for that. Sorry for listening in. You two were just very sweet. It's okay. I also thought it was very sweet. He was very sweet. But now that he's gone, I have time to think again. And I'm not sure if it was supposed to be that type of sweet anymore. Maybe he was just being nice? He asked you on a date because he was just being nice? Well, maybe he felt bad for me or something? Innkeeper dear, I think Fable might be in need of another drink. Maybe something to untangle their thoughts. Something for a quick escape from all this overthinking. That sounds good. I'll see what I can do. Oh, I love it, I love it. Hi, Andy. Okay. Swift Strike, let's go. Swift Strike is usually, Kumo's go-to drink, so that's pretty cute. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. A little bit of intellect. A little bit of defense. Ba-ba-da, let's go. This is so cute. I love this so much. I'm dying. Does this help? Very much so. Thank you. I feel like now I can uncurl the yarn ball that is my brain. What do you think I should do? What do you want to do? I want to go on our date, and I want to get to know him better. Maybe even get him to know me better too? Do you think he would like that? I think so. Yes. It seems like you don't need our answers. You have yours already. Sometimes I just feel like I need permission to listen to my heart. Did you know you can give that permission to yourself? I forget that every time, but I know you're right. I think I know what to do now. Somewhat. Feels? Yeah, feels. I agree. I'll figure the rest out. Thank you for listening to me. I think sometimes that's all I really need when I'm scared. We got new character information for Fable. Okay. We're just gonna read the whole thing because I don't know what changed. Fable Verafina is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything, really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. Fable has a hidden talent for being able to read other people extremely well. Despite their anxiety, they know what to say in serious situations and go out of their way to help people in need. Turns out, a little bit of positive feedback and validation is enough motivation to chase their dreams of adventuring. With their budding faith in themselves, they are beginning to enjoy new things instead of being terrified of them. They're learning how to play an instrument, performing songs, and actually letting people close. This process will still take some time, but they've come a long way already. I love that for them. There's nothing wrong with being scared, as long as you don't run from the things that make you happy. You're right. It took me a while to realize that. Running is so easy, you know? You always know where to go. Away. But staying, you have to actually look at yourself, figure out what part is in everything. That can be a lot. But when I was on the journey back from Boreas, dancing with Kumo to the music of the navigator's fiddle, thinking about how I would never have gotten to that point if I hadn't put myself out there, I realized that life is so much more than constant game of hide and seek from the things that truly mean something. And I decided to stop running from life, even if I'm scared. I want to do my best to face my problems. Even though it's terrifying, I know that I'm not alone. Is this still about Kumo? No, he was never a problem. He's one of the reasons I'm not alone. And just like you. With good friends by my side, I can do anything. I don't know if you should do everything, or yeah, let's see. I can't wait to see what you will do. It might not be as impressive as you hope, but it will still be me, and I'm excited about that. Me too. I'm really proud of you, Fable. Thank you for everything, especially the great advice. That was really great advice. Maybe you should take some of it too, Grace. Maybe you should. The fuck did I do? But we all conquer life at our own pace. My personal next Goliath is going to be reapplying my lip gloss. And maybe some blush. I do feel a little pale. Can I borrow a mirror for a bit, innkeeper? Of course. There are some free rooms and mirrors upstairs, right next to the acorn chimes. Just ignore the doors with the do not enter signs. You shouldn't have said that. Now I want to check. Please don't. I won't. I'm polite. Well, I want to know what's in the do not enter rooms. Or am I? She's a wizard. She's tricky. Let's hope she won't find all the nightmare creatures you have locked up there. Let's. Have you ever visited the Twilight Chasm? Not for long enough to capture any creatures. I see. Awkward silence. What are you thinking about, innkeeper? Oh, you know, innkeeper things. I don't. No, I mean, since I'm not an innkeeper and all. Right. That song you mentioned, the one where you started writing on the ship. I know it's not done yet, but how about a little sneak peek? To see if it would make for a good jingle? I don't think it's jingle material, but I don't mind sharing it with you. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress. Of course. There's a calling on the wind beneath the talk of the keep. I've heard the tales, set the sails. Now it's time for me to leave. That sounds like a fragment of a great adventure. So you like it? It's wonderful. I can't wait to hear more. Me too. But it's still a little rough around the edges. I feel like it's missing something. Maybe the next part of the adventure? Maybe. Will you let me know when it's done? Of course. I can't wait to show you the finished version. Thank you, Fable. I'm proud of you. For maybe finally finishing a song? For not running. Oh, thank you. Me too. Innkeeper, do you ever think about taking your own advice? All the time, yes. Why don't you? I don't know. It's hard, I know, but I promise I believe in you as much as you believe in me. And I know we'll both be okay. I would like that. Me too. Well, I've talked a lot today. I'll give you some space. Maybe it's time to stop running. Are we finally gonna open the letter? The letter I've been wanting to open since we got it? Should I? Is it time to read that letter? Yes, it's time to read that letter. Yes. Oh, that was easy. I guess I've been wanting to for a while. Let's hope for no regrets. Okay, the letter. My dearest friend, long has it been since we've talked last. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation, but it's waning memory. I can only imagine how you enjoyed running away, wishing to forget whatever was between us. Maybe you did, for a brief moment, for these 30 years. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the good old times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of the century, the last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first light of the dying moon, where the realm of Tuat is just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not, I'll be right here, right there. Watch the sky closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. See you soon, an old friend. Ominous. That was... Alright, I got an achievement, a mysterious letter. Gather the courage to open the letter. That was... I guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. But you didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible. Oh, hey! Voy is swearing. I don't know what swear word Voy is trying to say. Pardon? No time. Duck! Now! What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? Healing? Something's coming. Something big. Your next show? What? No! There's no time. Duck! Is the ground... Yo, things just amped up. What is going on? Are we underwater? What the hell? Is everyone alright? I think so. Yes. Whew, that was a close call. Could have been really dangerous. What just happened? Why is there water outside the tavern? I'd also like to know the answer to that question. I've got no clue. I was just outside by the woods, drafting my newest song, when the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then, A wall of water came rushing towards me. I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately, looking for shelter. No way I was gonna let my hagum get wet. These strings are made of real Chabian silk, and the body's ethereal bamboo. It's a rarity. Okay. That's the first thing going through your mind with a giant wave rushing right at you? Of course, this instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile. I agree, the fuck. Is everyone alright? Grace! Dragons, you're alright! I was worried something had happened to you. Oh, don't worry. When the walls started rumbling, I hid under a table, and then I watched the water rush by the window. It was like a tsunami, but tsunamis are very rare, if not impossible, so far into the mainland. Right? It's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there. I wonder what could cause such a cataclysm. It's worrying, to say the least. Right, like, what is everybody else doing? Like, the tavern is underwater. What's going on? And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking. Don't worry, it'll withstand. Are you sure? I'm sure. I've gotten through worse than this. You? I meant it's gotten through worse than this. Wouldn't have thought it could withstand this sort of thing, but even more so glad it can. It seemed to be a very simple yet sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeeper. Oh my god. Are you flirting with the innkeeper? Pah! Me? No. Also, that's besides the point. Is it? I mean, unless. I like to work my body. Helps in lots of aspects. Can we get back to the point, please? Yeah, sure. The point. Void can dish it out, but can't take it. Yeah, how is the tavern airtight? I have some suspicions of what's going on with the tavern, but I'm not entirely sure. Alright, right, back to the point. Did you see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle of wind in the treetops, jotting down notes for my next song. When suddenly, a horde of silver-crested deer rushed past me. Before they could trample over me, I jumped up on the rock I was sitting on and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw water break through the canopies, snapping trees in half like they were shashlik skewers. I wasted no second. I turned my heel, knowing I'd be done for if I waited just a moment longer. Then, I was here and told you to duck. That sounds horrible. Are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, thanks. And anyways, with whom do I have the pleasure? I'm Grace. Nice to meet you, Grace. I'm... Oh my, you're Voyage, aren't you? The silver-tongued virtuoso. Yes, that would be me. My apologies, I didn't mean to push any boundaries. But I saw you perform at Dropstone Institute's campus that one time. And I must say, you pulled on all my heartstrings with your beautiful performance. Oh. I did that? Yes. I was awestruck by what your music could do. It was like magic in its very own way. Music can be very soothing in moments of distress. Were you distressed back then? A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. But not more distressed than I am right now. I hope Hex is safe and well. Almost borked that one. I'm sure he is. Shoot! Did you see that creature swim by? What? Where? It looked like a red-winged eel. Oh? Haven't seen one of those in ages. Where is its natural habitat? Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Something isn't right. I'm afraid you might be correct. I'm also afraid, very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside. Of course not. You should all stay for the night. Would that be possible? Of course. The tavern will withstand this, and a bit of company wouldn't hurt. I agree. Thank you, innkeeper. Say, you with the lute. What's your name? Fable? My name is Fable. Do you play? The lute, I mean. Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet. How about we play together? A song or two, to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside. It's very untuned. It goes out of tune really quickly. But I guess that's a lute thing. I gotcha. Show it to me. I'll help you, and then we'll jam until a new dawn rises. The Twilight place Baya went to? Yeah, the Twilight place Baya went to that was over by the Banshee. Yeah, the Banshee's, like, lagoon. Nightmares! Blub blub, sleep with the fishes. Achievement unlocked.